Alright guys, we are back again with another video, and today I've got another video for you guys, and this is regarding the Galaxy S8. It was just recently launched a couple of minutes ago actually. You can see the time here is already 12:12. So yeah, I watched it and I watched the whole live stream. So basically this video is just oh sorry, let me just close my Steam here. Okay, so basically this video is just to discuss my initial impressions of what I think on the phone based on the specs and what I've seen so far, and is it worth it? You think is it worth it to upgrade? So yeah, so basically this Galaxy S8 has a new sort of a design. There's a new infinity display they're calling it. It's still AMOLED though. It's just there's a new their new trademark infinity display. So yeah, this is the display. You can see it's like borderless or something. So it has a very high aspect ratio as well. 18:9, which is a new one. We've seen that before actually on the LG G6, which was recently announced as well. And now we get the second phone here, which has a new aspect ratio with a new resolution as well. So slightly higher resolution than usual, and also the edge-to-edge display, and with a near bezel-less display as well. So yeah, so let's go through the specs here. So obviously it's 4G LTE, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the back panel, but they didn't specify actually in the live stream. I didn't really see them specify about that. It has Samsung Pay on all those goodies. You have IP68 water dust resistance, which is nice. We have a screen size of 5.8 inches, which is the regular S8. If you're going for the Plus variant, you're going to 6.2 inches, which is a bigger one. And you can see the resolution here. I told you it's kind of weird. It's a different sort of resolution than usual. And okay, speaking of home button, it's gone. Okay, it's gone, but we now have a 3D touch home button, something like maybe the Force Touch on an iPhone. It's kind of similar. I'm not sure how it works, but I think it's based on pressure. So you press it harder, you are considering pushing against the screen means you're pressing the button. So it's something like that. As an always on display as well, like the S7, and is running on their own custom UI TouchWiz. So on the Android side of things, they didn't really specify in the live stream. Again, they didn't really specify what version of Android is running, but in GSM Arena here, it's Android 7.0. So I'm assuming it will get a 7.1 update, hopefully. And they didn't even specify on the chipset, so I'm assuming it's using using the Snapdragon 835, which is for the US variant. And if you're living in the international market, then you get the Exynos variant as well. But we have no clue on the clock speeds and so on. So I mean the actual clock speeds that they are gonna mention, they didn't really mention about that. So these are the ones that GSM Arena gave. I'm not sure they're correct, but if so, these are the clock speeds. And we get a Adreno 540 for the US model, but I think we're getting a Mali GPU for the Exynos variant, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so it does still have an SD card slot if you're wondering why. And it has a dedicated slot. So, and it also has a SIM slot as well. There's also a dual SIM model as well. So they didn't really specify the RAM and internal storage, so I'm assuming 4 gigs RAM and 64 gigs internal storage, which I think it's sort of maybe a letdown for some of you guys, or maybe it's okay because even the OnePlus 3T has 6 gigs of RAM. Come on, so yeah, why not put 6? But anyway, it's 4 gigs of RAM. Okay, speaking of camera now, they did use the sensors and the megapixels count from the S7 and implemented it on the S8. The only thing they did improve, however, is maybe laser autofocusing. So but they didn't really mention about that, so that's based on the rumors. But the camera is pretty much the same as the S8. The only good thing is the front-facing camera, which is has an 8 megapixel camera now. Finally, has been upgraded, and it also have f1.7 aperture. So yeah, and let's see. So the video, yeah, we can record at 4K resolution and 60 FPS, which is nice. Okay, now moving on. Alright, now moving on to the sound. So this one, I think most of you guys are very happy to hear about the sound quality and the audio. They partnered with Harman, and Harman's subsidiary, which is AKG, provided some headphones which is AKG branded, which should sound better than the original ones you get with Samsung branded headphones. But yeah, so the sound quality shouldn't be that bad. And yes, it does have a 3.5mm headphone jack, if you're wondering. It does have like a picture now, but it does have it. I saw in the live stream. Alright, speaking of Wi-Fi, it's dual band Wi-Fi and all those things. And let's see, I think, yeah, GPS, NFC, Bluetooth 5.0, and all those goodies you get. It's using USB Type C now. It's no longer using the micro USB port anymore. So the new type of standard there for the USB port. I hope they include an adapter in the box like the Note 7. So we'll see about that. Okay, moving on to the features. It does has a new iris scanner that was on the Note 7 is now here. Same kind of implementation. We have the fingerprint scanner, but now it's mounted at the back. So, and the placement on the fingerprint scanner, you can see, might be weird for some, but eventually I think you'll get used to it on the position of the fingerprint scanner. But they are mostly focusing on the facial recognition, but they didn't mention in the GSM Arena. But facial recognition is there actually, so you can unlock the phone using your face, which is actually much faster than the fingerprint scanner, as they said. We have to be tested actually to prove that. Has a heart rate scanner at the back, typical heart rate scanner, barometer, and so on. So all those goodies, you get it. And yeah, alright, speaking of the DeX, the Samsung DeX is the sort of a dock, something like Microsoft's Continuum. When you put the phone on the dock and you plug it to your monitor, you can use it as an external display to do your things. But it's based on Android, so you can do your your, let's say you want to edit something, some document, you can edit on the big screen, which is kind of nice. And when you're done, you can save it and you can take it out and you can use your phone again, which is pretty sweet. So right, speaking of fast charging, they didn't really specify about that, but I'm assuming it still uses the Qualcomm quick charge technology or adaptive fast charging. I'm not sure about that. They didn't really specify about that. Okay, it does have wireless charging. They did mention there's a new wireless charger. The one which can stand and be flat on the ground. Right, and moving on, which is kind of weird. They still have S voice, which I thought would be replaced by the new voice assistant Bixby, which I'll talk about it later. I think that's about it for the features. And now moving on to the battery. So the battery size, I think you would be impressed if you thought it would be increased. It will be still 3000 mAh battery, non-removable, but they claim that this battery is more efficient, obviously because of the new processor. And yeah, so, and if you're getting the S8 Plus, you get a 3600 mAh battery. So yeah, oh sorry, 3500 mAh battery. Sorry, that not 3600. My bad. 3500 mAh battery for the S8 Plus. And the colors, so we're getting 5 colors to this time. Midnight Black, what's the other color? Orchid Grey. Coral Blue is the same one I think from the Note 7, and we got Arctic Silver. I think this is Arctic Silver. This is let's see. I think this is the amethyst color. I don't know in GSM Arena they didn't really mention here. And lastly, a Maple Gold. So yeah, there you go. You have 5 colors to choose. Personally, I think I like the black one because it looks more stealthy, I guess. I like black. So yeah, and these are SAR values if you care about it. And yeah, the pricing, no idea, but I can tell you guys this is gonna be the most expensive Galaxy S8. I think they didn't even mention the price. I mean, in the live stream, so it's gonna be expensive as you may expect because of the new processor and so on. And yeah, so basically I think that's about it. I mean, for the specs and so on, we do also get the Gear 360, is the new one that they just announced. It's a new variant of it, and the new Gear VR with the controller. And I think yeah, that's about it actually that we get as all the accessories, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so alright, if you guys are concerned the battery, I hope it doesn't explode. I'm hoping, but let's see everything goes well with this phone. And yeah, so I think that's about it for this video. I think I covered everything, all the specifications. Alright, now let's just talk about whether you should upgrade or not. So let's say if you're using a Galaxy S7 now and you want to upgrade to the S8, I can tell you guys it's not worth it at all because the specs are pretty much identical besides the processor and maybe the camera. Other than that, you're mostly getting the same kind of specifications, and yeah, and besides the infinity display. So if you're willing to upgrade, I suggest you don't and just hold on. Maybe the Note 8 will be better, or maybe the S9. So just hold on if you're using the S7. It's not worth it to upgrade. But if you're coming from like the S5 or maybe the S6, like me, I'm using the Galaxy S5, which is pretty old, then it's very worth it to upgrade. I mean, if you want to get the best phone now, which is the S8, then it's worth it to upgrade to the S8. If you're coming from those old phones, then yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And for this quick sort of initial impressions before the actual release, based on specs and based on what I see for the live stream, and also yeah, what you guys think of this S8 actually? Overall, what you think? I think it's pretty okay. I mean, at least we're getting something different slightly if you're comparing with the S7. But if those who are using the older phones, man, there's a lot of difference. I think in performance, way a lot of difference in performance and games as well. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so that's pretty much it for this first initial impressions with the Galaxy S8. So what do you guys think of the design and so on, and overall, and what do you think of what are the bad things that you can think about this phone? Because I still can't find anything that I hate on this phone as of now. Maybe when I get it hands-on, I can see the pros and cons from there. So yeah, now it just looks so good, and yeah, I just want to get it. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this quick video. Hopefully you enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.